real tenure, because real tenure and academic freedom was first of all sacrificed by the Association of American Universities, AAU, in 1953 at the height of the Cold War in the face of the Rosenbergs. So first of all, let's be very, very honest. The trade group that represents the nation's top institutions of higher learning, the research universities, fucked up. And they killed something, and I don't swear very often. This is very important. They sacrificed academic freedom on an altar when they were facing something like we're facing with left McCarthyism. All right, when they were facing real McCarthyism, they buckled. And the Einsteins of the world stood up. There's a beautiful testimony of a guy who was facing Senator McCarthy. He says, well, I was just talking to my friend Albert Einstein. You can see in the transcript, he's like, excuse me, your friend Albert Einstein? Yeah, Einstein said, look, you have to be prepared to lose your salary, lose your livelihood, if you're going to be a true intellectual. Now, the fact of the matter is disagreeability needs to make a massive, roaring comeback, right? And one of the things I think is just fascinating is how many top departments have invited Brett Weinstein to give a talk on evolutionary theory after watching him tossed out by the radical departments?
I suspect the answer to that is zero.
It's almost zero. I don't know that it may be zero.
So so with Lindsay Shepherd, her claim with Wilfrid Laurier is that the controversy has made her permanently unemployable. And when I read that, I thought that's correct, because no hiring committee will take a risk on anybody touched by scandal.
Doug Thrasher, who did green fluorescent protein. He was supposed to get a Nobel Prize for it. He was acknowledged by the three guys who did as the fourth guy. They flew him to Sweden. And what is he doing? Immediately afterwards, he was driving a shuttle bus in Huntsville, Alabama. 1 year later, after the New York Times covered Doug Thrasher's story, he was still driving a shuttle bus in Huntsville, Alabama. Talk about Margot O'Toole at MIT, who stood up against David Baltimore and Teresa Imanishikari. Destroyed. Now, my question is, hey, where are the universities? Is it the University of Chicago? Is it down to the University of Chicago? Where are the places? Chicago, if you're out there, we need you. We need fundamentally strong departments and weak administrations. This is absolutely critical. Is that thing on?
That's on.
Okay. We need unaccountability. We need strong professors. We need strong departments. We need weak administrations. We need to get people tenure radically earlier, like in their 20s, late 20s, early 30s. We need when people have the ability to make great new ideas. This is not appreciated. And the fact that fundamentally nobody can hear Brett Weinstein, who has great, interesting theories, and you want to shoot him down, by all means. But you won't invite him to give a seminar on his work at a time like this. This is absolute madness. And I'm so, just what a privilege to be able to deal with our tiny group of people who can actually open their throat and say
something. Well, he may find a much larger audience than he would have got any other way.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. Maybe hearkening this all the way back, and then let's do one more thing, and then we're going to bring in Shapiro. But maybe that brings us back to where we started about this speedening of technology, the amount of people that can listen and watch and all of that, and that what Brett may find. I just brought Brett up in front of a sold-out comedy club in Bellevue, and he got when I just mentioned his name, he got a standing ovation.
How many of those people edit journals of evolutionary theory?
So we have to get it to them. I get it. It's a different set that are watching this right now.
There's something to be said. Even so, the publication front is rough, but there's something to be said for being able to bring your scientific expertise to a mass audience who are actually interested in the content of your discourse. So I'm not saying it's the revolution in the journals that might be necessary, but it's not nothing. It looks like there's the possibility of bringing these things directly to a mass audience that's appreciative.
Well, I appreciate that, but the thing that nobody gets about what we're doing, because I spend my time attacking most of the things I'm trying to save. I want to save the New York Times from itself. I want to save the universities.
How old are you?
52.
No, you don't have enough time left to do that.
Spoken like a baby boomer, my friend.
He might know Kurzweil,
What we need to do is either cure it or kill it. These things need to be...
Or we can let it kill itself, which it seems to be hell-bent on doing.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. And it's not a pretty death.
No.
And the fact of the matter is that it's crowding out what's next. And so fundamentally, if it can be saved, if they can be saved, they need to be saved. And if they can't be saved, if they fundamentally want to keep their finger on the scales and push everything in this direction, and the cowardice is palpable everywhere. It's important that they stop crowding out what's next, and I think that that's the major decision. And quite frankly,
I think the marketplace might make that decision for them. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be fast. Maybe it'll be fast enough.